Hey Kelvin, so we're going to watch a few of your ground strokes in normal motion and then we're going to watch them in slow motion. Okay, so first of all, when you start hitting ground strokes, you want to stand a little further away from the baseline. The feeds I gave you were a little deep and you had to run back and hit the shot. So I'd rather you stand further back here and have the ball bounce in front and you can transfer your weight instead of standing about there and then having to move back. Okay, so that's the first thing. Alright, so let's move along. So on your forehand, let's see your preparation. Alright, let's see if you transfer your weight forward. Alright, so what you did there, you loaded your legs. If you look at your left leg, it's bent and you have your weight on it, which is good. But from here, do you step in? Right, so you kind of hit an open stance forehand instead of stepping in and transferring your weight. Alright, but let's see your racket take back. Alright, so do you have your racket head below your wrist? Alright, and not too much, so I want to see it a little bit lower. If your racket head is lower than your wrist, you'll be able to get more of an arch and more spin on your shot. Okay, alright, and as we continue to swing, we see that your body weight is going upwards instead of going forwards and transferring your weight. Okay, and your contact point looks pretty nice. It's out in front of your body, alright, which is good. And let's see your follow through. Alright, your follow through is not bad. It goes kind of high, but then you drop it a little bit low. But that's not too bad. So let's go ahead and look at your backhand. So do you shuffle? Yes. Now do you split step? Not quite. Alright, but your take back on your backhand looks good. Alright. Alright, so here, your shoulders are turned very nicely. Good, and you stop on your right leg, which is nice. And let's continue forward. Now, what do you notice here about your racket? Alright, just like on your forehand, what do you want to do? You want to try to get the racket head below the level of your wrist instead of the same level of your wrist. Okay? As for your legs, it looks very nice. If you notice right here, your knees are bent and your weight is on your back leg, and it looks really good. Alright, and you're starting to transfer your weight forward. Alright, so this looks great right here. Alright, man, that looks great. Look at this knee bend. Okay, so that's fantastic. That's a good job. Moving forward, where's your contact point? Alright, so your contact point is about right here, and that's pretty good. So it's way in front of your body. Your eyes are on the ball, which is good. Alright, and then let's look at your follow through over your shoulder, which is great. And then your recovery, start to shuffle back. Right, so it's really good. So let's look at two more shots. On your forehand, you load your back leg, which is good. Alright, and you start to transfer your weight on this one, much nicer. The main thing I still see is drop your wrist, drop your racket head below your wrist, okay? And that'll really help out. But your shoulder turns good and your footwork's good. Alright, your eyes are on the ball. This one you hit a little bit late, okay? You want to hit it a little further in front of you. And your follow through again looks alright. Okay, last shot. On your backhand side, your racket preparation. Okay, where is it? Is it below your wrist? Okay, not quite. So make sure you remember that. Okay, you're stepping in, which is good. But now let's see where your body weight goes. Okay, is it forward or going up? So your legs, you pop up. Alright, so if you notice, you're going up with your legs instead of forward. Alright, and let's look at the contact. Alright, so your contact point on this particular backhand is a little too close to your body. Right, your arms are bent instead of extended. Alright, so just keep that in mind. And the follow through, that one is pretty bad. Alright, so just make sure you keep following through over your shoulder and not down. Okay, so let's recap. So first, make sure you start further on the baseline instead of on the baseline. 2, make sure that you drop your racket head below your wrist. And 3, try to make your follow through a little more consistently over your shoulder. Okay, so other than that, good job.